Gucci Jackie retails at $22.20, but resells for $12.50. The Chanel Classic Flat retails at $88.50, but resells for £4,000 to £7,000 depending on the color and the year you bought it. Which would you choose? Which luxury bag is the best investment? The Louis Vuitton Neverfull retails for $14, but resells for around $1,000. The Saint Laurent.
Hey, did y'all see what's going on with bro's boots? Let's go get a picture. Hey, yo, bro. Hey, I want to know what you're wearing today. You got some crazy shoes. Can I do a quick picture? All right, let's start from the top to the bottom. What's with the hair? What's with the hat? What's with the headphone thing going on?
I got the AirPods, Apple Maxes. I think they what? How much? 300?
I think like 300. I don't know, bro. What's with the chain you got on? Chain. Okay. What's with the watch?
The Rosh.
Alabama. Yo, are these just like regular plastic gloves?
Nah, they're unreleased gloves.
From who? Okay, what's with the bag, bro? You got like a double reverse bag up in there, like.
Margiela.
Oh, you got the Margiela. What you got inside the Margiela, bro?
Inside the Margiela, you got the bag inside the bag.
What's in here? Okay, and bro, we got to the finale. What's with these boots you got on? Where they come from?
Oh, the boots? They unreleased AVAV runway shoes.
Well, what size are they? What do you think about his shoes? It's a fire fit, yo. Let's go. Hey, did y'all see?
Goodness, man, this never gets old. This never gets old, man. Thank you, Jesus. Hey, look at that. That never gets old. We have voted.
This is Real Versa Super Fake Lady Dior edition. This is the real bag. This is the fake bag. This is the real hardware. This is the fake hardware. This is the real leather. This is the fake leather. This is the real engraving. This is the fake engraving. This is the real heat stamp. And this is the fake heat stamp. This is Real Versa Super Fake Lady Dior edition. This is the real bag. This is the fake bag. This is the real hardware. This is the fake hardware. This is the real leather. This is the fake leather.
This is how I get all this free food from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A gives away their breakfast for completely free when they don't sell. So just go to Chick-fil-A right before 10:30 a.m. and ask for their breakfast samples. Usually they won't ask you to buy anything, but if they do, buy something for super cheap, like this cup of coffee, and you'll get all this breakfast for free.
Dumas says the company has never had a marketing department. Its allure, he says, comes from a century of superb craftsmanship and serendipity. Take this triangle-shaped purse. In 1935, Dumas' grandfather designed the bag. It wasn't a hit. But as legend has it, 20 years later, an expecting Grace Kelly used the bag to hide her belly from peering paparazzi. Soon, women flooded Hermes, asking for what was eventually renamed the Kelly bag. Hermes scarves have been favored by American royalty and actual royalty for decades, the kind of product placement money can't buy. Even the brand's famous citrus-colored boxes, a color the company trademarked in the U.S., was a happy accident of the 1940s.
In 1946, there was shortage of everything. And when my great-uncle went to see a supplier of paper manufacturing boxes, the supplier said, I'm sorry, we don't have that beige paper anymore.
Because of the war?
Yeah, because of the war and short supplies. And he said, I only have that stock of that roll of orange paper that nobody wants.
Eyes light up when they see that.
Serendipity.
Have you ever thought your actions?
That's the biggest mouth in the game today, but boy did he back it up in his last fight as he just beat Sonny Liston to claim the world heavyweight. This bout, you can tell both of these two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver.
In the W space, the fun starts here.
And he misses with that jab.
Black women been raising 30% of the kids for 50 years by themselves. What you expect of that? You've been doing your job and hers for 50 years, and you want her to get down on all fours and say, yes, master.
There's so much pre-fight and social media drama. I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
You have certain fighters that are born for this. They're made for the big crowd. And looking at Corey right there,
Right?
that is that
So
fighter
in sociology,
right
we have the
there.
generation recidivism theory. You will be exactly like your great-grandfather
This is what they were born
if your
for.
parents don't do something different in the way they raise you. So said, we also know that you can pass down trauma intergenerationally without actually going through the experience. Yeah, you can teach something. You can come in here and say you got hit by a car, and I wasn't there, but the way you describe it, the way you emoted, you'll take on your
Very
trauma
close match.
myself.
It shows
You
the
see what I'm
skill,
saying?
the discipline, the
If
respect
the
both fighters
mother
have for
has
each other.
anxiety
Because no
disorder,
one dare
the daughter's going to have
push you out
anxiety
of turn.
disorder, but she'll learn from the mother. We only, first of all, my great-great-great-grandfather was a slave. George Washington, the first black public school teacher, that's Maryland cousin to Frederick Douglass. He had him and my grandmother Annie, that's my grandma Caroline, Grandma Vivian. Grandma Vivian married Grandma Cicero. They had Grandma Mida. Grandma Mida married Grandpa James Johnson. They had my father. Married my mother. They had me. He's 6 generations away from slavery. Bro.
6.
That's it. My great-great-great-grandfather was a slave. He was in the Civil War. We're only 6 generations away. Slavery was not that long ago. You can find elders. We got elders walking the earth whose grandparents were slaves. It wasn't that long ago. They want you to think it was a long time ago so they can try to make it irrelevant. Everything we go through now is based on slavery. Every problem black people have is based on slavery.
So, how do I get my
This is
racial
one of those
ego?
situations.
Okay,
You've just been
yeah.
hurt. You've got to get
That
up
has to
there
come
again.
back with the group.
Be smart.
And as
Be
Frederick
sharp.
Douglass said,
Don't
it's better to
let
raise
people
young
get
children
suckered in.
than to repair
It's your
wicked men.
fight.
Well, I think you know that's raising the next generation of children properly. We got to raise the next generation of boys and girls the way that they're supposed to be raised. You follow me?
Yeah.
Trying to put positive racial ego back into African people is going to be almost impossible if you're working with a girl. Hold on a second.
Just want to mow you down.
Do you know that when people go to therapy, they'll never get better? Depressed, anxious, bipolar, borderline, schizophrenic, eating problems. That will be the way they are for the way they think till they die. Only 15% benefit from therapy. You feel me? These are people who want to change, and they still fall short. What makes you think you're going to change a whole race? You've been behaving dysfunctionally for 159 years.
Yeah, this one.
It's a joke. Frederick Douglass said it's better to raise strong children than to repair broken men.
This could be controversial. And, well, it is.
So I got to respect
When it
both
comes
of
to
them
teaching
more than
slavery in school,
that.
I think we should stop teaching slavery. Just remember that what should always teach is that we were slaves. To your third race.
You don't know where you've been. How do you know where you're going?
Typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on
I don't believe
defense.
so. This is what I tell them.
Stick and move.
They said the Frederick Douglass Walker Barbie Academy, you're going to teach black children history. How are you going to make sure they don't hate white people? That's not my responsibility. That's not my responsibility. And you have black parents who will deny their children a knowledge of self because they love white people so much that they don't want their kids to dislike white people. That's insane. Do you think there's a Jew who gives a damn if their children dislike Germans after finding out about their household? Who cares about how my oppressor feels about my children learning about their origin? That's it. But let me do this.
Now you got to make
I don't
sure
have a
he doesn't
dog
put it on him.
in
That's
the
what he's going
public
to try and
school
do. So
teaching racism
hold
fight.
him, lean on him.
Because I don't believe it's a public school job to teach our kids who they are anyway. You understand me?
Yeah.
So when Ron DeSantis and Florida said we're taking out slavery,
It's always coming.
give it there. Because y'all shouldn't be teaching our kids who they are. The community should be teaching their children who they are. I don't want white women teaching black kids who they are. I don't want white men teaching black kids who they are. Because they can damage your child's interpretation of their history. If a snow bunny gives my daughter Harriet Tubman, if a snow bunny gives my daughter Winnie Mandela, if a snow bunny gives my daughter Edith Zinga, or Ya Asante Rock, or the Negotiate Warriors of Benin, if a snow puppy gives my son Garvey, Douglas, Booker T, Carter G. Woodson, George Washington Carver, Toussaint L'Ouverture, if a white man gives my son knowledge of
Fight so
self,
far, both of
he
these
can
fighters have
destroy
had
the
their
way my
moments.
son
Skill
sees
for skill, tap
themselves.
for tap.
You
Slap the
never
match,
give
make
your
it happen.
enemy the power to interpret your children's memory for them. See, here's the problem with us. We got so used to white people doing everything for us
Just missed with that
that we
hook.
don't do nothing for ourselves. And we've gotten so bad, we don't even know what we should be doing for ourselves. This is what we
Call
should
it
be
the
fighting
glory
them for.
division. There's
You should not
nothing
be
quite
fighting them to
like
teach
a
kids who they are.
heavyweight fight.
You
It
should
doesn't
not
take
be
much to
fighting
win
them to
it.
teach your kids who you are. That's your damn job.
Exchange
You
punches.
gotta fight them for the criminal justice system? Hell yeah. Police brutality? Hell yeah. But fighting them to teach your kids their history
Do you believe it?
when they don't even know it or care about it? You got a church on every other corner. Why can't the church give a black history lesson? Because all they care about is money. That's why.
Church is a different question. So, to Umar, do you preach integration or separation?
Neither. I preach independence. Independence. It's not about integration, separation, because you can't control what people do. Right? That's number one. And number two, if you can't control somebody when the day sleep, be with, all I'm saying is let's put our own infrastructure. So black people not depending on white folks for their health, for their food, for their employment, for their mortgage. Independence. Go to a Chinatown. Chinese are independent. Go to a Arabs are independent. They still integrate socially. That's what you want to do. These don't leave these buddies alone anyway. I'm saying build infrastructure so our people ain't got to depend on white folks. And if you are an integrationist, here's my question. Why is the bedroom the only place white folks are interested in showing their love for black people? If white people love us so much, why is the bedroom the only place we see true integration? Why we don't see that at the bank when we need a mortgage? Why we don't see it with the police when they pull us over? Why we don't see it with the judge in the courtroom? Why we don't see it with the...
This is why you book a beach resort. So the whole family can get on board with the food. Looking dot, yeah.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
I'm gonna give you this designer bag if you can prove to me that you know your finances. Let's do it. How many subscriptions do you have? Probably just Netflix and Spotify. Alright, it's saying you have 13 subscriptions, which is costing you around $270 a month. But I can tell you all of it. It shows you all your expenses in one place, and it can even help you create a budget, which I think you need. Okay. Don't worry about those 13 subscriptions you didn't know you had. You can cancel the ones you don't want right through the app, and it can even help you try and get a refund.
All over the place in this one. Deontay Wilder rocked right now. He's in some serious.
They treat our kids in the schools. And white people are so in a rush to marry you. Because all over TV, all you see is what? Mixed race couples, right? All the commercials, all the shows. If they love you this much, why don't you see it anywhere outside of the bedroom? Because it's a damn sin. They brainwash the black kids into believing you can only be happy with a white person. Genocide for the black man.
Let me ask you about the black man who is so feels that it's his responsibility to only date black women. What do you say to that man as far as?
That's man. That's what you're supposed to do.
Okay, yeah, he got no problem. Like,
he true commitment.
Yeah, like,
you're supposed to do.
Yeah, he does not. I would not stick my Peter into
nobody out. None. No rice. No ice. No spice. No sand.
Also saw one podcast that the black woman doesn't want the black man because he has not made himself suit to beat the black woman. What does a black man need to be in order to get the thing that he feels like he's not getting from the black woman? Because you hear a lot of what, like the submissiveness and the docileness from the other races.
It's ridiculous for a black man to be looking for a docile black woman, because if she became docile, she would be destroyed in this society. Do you realize how many black women are raped and abused and molested? She got to get tough in order to protect herself. 1 out of every 4 black women are abused. Most of us in this room are going to know a woman who is up to you. She gotta get tough because she ain't got no father in the house. She got she ain't got no uncle to go to. The uncle might have been the molester. So we gotta realize that our women have been through a lot. And for me, I don't have a problem with black men criticizing black women, right? But don't do it in a historically amnesia way. Don't act like you don't know what she's been through. Black women were raising 70% of the kids for 50 years body tough. What you expect her to have? She's been doing your job and hers for 50 years, and you want her to get down on all fours and say, yes, master. First of all, you can't expect a black woman to go serve a white man and then come home and serve you too. There can only be one king. Which one is it? Because if it's you, why she got to go slave for a white man?
So then I have to ask you,
You can't have it both ways. She started, nigga.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Perfect counter shot. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Do you believe this? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Here comes round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around? Well, he's had enough, and he is gonna quit. And that will do it. This fight is over. They have given up.
They don't like that. Listen to that. Oh, listen to that. When he gets back to the gym,